In this lesson, I've decided I'm going to make the body of the actual electric guitar a little bit thinner because at this point it is too thick. So I'll go ahead and just scale it down to about there, I think. And I'll go ahead and move it back up so that it intersects with this white top, which needs to be have a little bit of a harder edge on it. So I'm going to go over the side view in edges mode and just select the whole thing and then hold down shift and deselect the center polygons and go to subdivision surfaces and partial crease, and you'll see now that we have a much more harder edge on that, and it really looks better. Same with these here. I want to go ahead and just select all the edges and do a partial crease on them, and it's going to mess up the shape of them a little bit, but the way we can fix that is by simply going to object mode here, and I'll just delete them and recreate them a little bit later. Okay, let's make sure everything else is still lining up, which it appears to be. Alright, in X-ray mode we have the bridge here, and we also have this little plug-in adapter here where we plug in the plug to go out to the amp. We're actually not going to build this one on here. We're going to build the one for our amp right here. Or it's more like an angle right around in here, but you'll get the idea. Okay, let's go ahead and build those knobs real quick. Top view, create polygon primitives cylinder. Again, just roughly moving this into shape, scaling it flat, and then moving it up. Top view, scale it down more to about here, and put one here. And I'll go ahead and get rid of the caps by putting in a 0 here. And like that. Alright. And after doing that, I'll go ahead and go to face mode, select this face, I'll extrude it, perspective view. I'll scale this up and together more. I'll do this extrusion one more time, move it straight up just a bit, and then do it again and move it straight up a little bit further once more, and I'll kind of scale that down a little bit and just kind of move it up a hair. Object mode, convert that to sub Ds, and you can see when it did that it made some really funky shapes. So let's go ahead and put the caps back on this to 1, and we're going to have a little bit of a problem doing that. But that's okay. I'll just simply select this face here, delete it, go to edges, select this 2 edges, extrude that edge, get those to a close point, and then I'll do the subdivision, and then hit 3 on that, and I'll go to edge mode, grab these edges here on the bottom, just partial crease those, and I'll go ahead and do another partial crease there. Object mode, top view, grab that, Control C, Control V, W, move it roughly into position, Control C, Control V, W, move it roughly into position. Move this one up to here, and I'm just going to center the pivot points on these while I do this. Let's go about like that. And I'll go ahead and go to shading in X-ray, materials. Materials, existing materials, and I'll just put this to blend use. do that for all of them here, which is just the same material that's on these as well, just to kind of break things up a little bit. And now I want to get a harder edge on the face of my guitar here. So what I'm going to do is just select all of the opened faces on my guitar here. Alright, just making sure they're all selected there. I'll go ahead and extrude that, and then extrude it up just a hair, and then bring it back in. And you can see that's not the hard edge I'm looking for, so I'll go ahead and just go back to standard mode and go to edges. Side view. Select everything, deselect everything except for the top set there. Go to the top view, deselect all of these here. Actually, perspective view would probably be better. Let's redo that. All of the selections here. Top view. You deselect those. Deselect these. This. And then we need to deselect these. We'll do a partial crease on that, and you can see it's really going to mess up the shape, so we don't want to do that. There's only one other thing we can try, and that is to switch over to polygon mode. Let's go back to standard, so then go back to polygons, faces, select a face. And that looks pretty good now. Alright. Alright, and I've just done the edges so that they're not on 3, they're just on 1. And so that things will rotate a little bit quicker. And with that, I'll go ahead and conclude this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll go ahead and build the little plug-in adapter.